Hello everyone and welcome back into another video, and this is something that I really wanted to talk about for a long time, and finally I decided to make a video about. So we are going to be talking about the Gran Turismo World Series and the points structure. Why is it so bad? Why is it not working, in my opinion? Here I'll really try to explain what exactly is the World Series and how the point structure works. So in general, what is World Series? World Series is an event where all of the best guys in the world try to get in and compete to be able to get themselves on an offline event, which is usually held in 3 locations, and then the World Finals. So one is going to be this year in the North America, one is going to be in Europe, and one is going to be in Asia. So we exactly don't know where the finals will be held. So yeah, 4 events in total, and when you get yourself on a live event, you can consider yourself as one of the best guys in the world. So what I think about the point structure and how is it actually working? So the points and all of the slots are based on DR. So you can probably see when I try to enter this one, you'll see that I got 3 slots. Why do I have 3 slots and maybe you have more? Because I'm in GT1 league. So the World Series is divided into leagues. So GT1, GT2 and GT3 based on your DR. And you can easily check your DR if you go to my page, and you can see here DR is A+. And you can also see it's a pretty high A+. It's usually, well, it used to be all the way up to 100,000, but it dropped recently. So a GT1 league means it's the highest league, and you will be able to compete with the best guys in the world. I do believe this is a good thing, but I also, at one point, I think this is really bad when it comes to the points. So we've got 3 slots, and I don't know if I mentioned, the World Series are divided into Nations Cup and the Manufacturers Cup. And now I'll be discussing Manufacturers Cup. In the Manufacturers Cup, in my region, I have 3 slots. So these are the slots that I can enter. Only 3 slots. So when I get into a slot, you will be able to see that all of the requirements for the race are here. And then when I try to get into a race, I will be based, well, actually I will be allocated in a split based on my DR. So it goes all the way up from top split to second, third, fourth, and all the way down based on your DR. So if you are, well, the best guy in the world, you have the best DR, you will most likely be in the top split. So easily, once again, we can have a look at my page and you can probably see where are you gonna end up. So I was pretty much in the second split, but I was also in the top split most of the times until this recent change where my DR dropped. So I was in the top split a couple of times, but I was also in the second split. So the problem with the points is that in general, you get just about, well, usually in the top split 460 to 480 points. So this is quite usual because all of the guys have very high DRs, and points that are allocated for that slot are based on DR. So the higher DR or the higher average DR in that split will have more points. But this is where we actually get to a problem, because then the guys who have a little bit less DR will be allocated into the second split, but their points will be only a little bit different. So their points are not going to start at, let's say, 480. Their points are probably going to start at 460, 450. The one more problem that I would really like to point out in here is that when you qualify in the top split, so you'll be able to see that it's quite a significant drop from first place to the last place in that split, which means that the winner will most likely get 480 points, but the last guy in that lobby will get just about 200, maybe 150 points. So you're racing the best guys in the world or in your region, and then you finish in P10. Well, you would think, okay, I'm P10. Well, I did a good job, but no, you're probably not P10. You're probably down there like 60, 70 in the region. And this is exactly what I wanted to show you. So yesterday I ended up in the top split, which had, I think, 460 points, and I finished in P9. And that should get me, well, it should get me at least in the top 20. No, I am P72 in the region. Why am I P72? Because when we look at the regionals, you'll be able to see that all of the best guys in the world once again got their points in the top split, but you might see that some of the guys here actually got their points in the second split. I know Iceman, for example, did, because I was in a race with him. So he won his slot in the second split, and he actually got 446 points, which puts him 6th place in the region. And I know a couple of these guys also did that, and even this one, this is the Chevy, he actually was, I think, 3rd in the second split and got 409 points. So I was in a better lobby. I finished in P9, and I am 72nd in the region. And also, if you have a look at the manufacturer's ranking right about here, you'll be able to see that Antonio, who won his split, he actually won the first one. It was actually slot free first split. He won it, 462 points. But then I got just about 3 guys in between the leader and me. And when I check the DR of these guys, I can most certainly say that they're not bad guys. They're definitely quick, but they're probably in the second or the third split, which means that their points for the win were a little bit lower, but in general they were higher up in that lobby, so they got a little bit more points. So in general, even if you have a look at this one, 329, so this was most likely even 4th or 5th split. And the gap is huge. Why is this gap so huge? Because in general, so the best guys, if you're in about 2 seconds, I think I was 2.5 seconds from the lead in my qualifying lap, and I was only P12 in the same lobby, or in the same circumstances, in the same race, in the second or third split, I would most likely be able to qualify in the first 3 positions, which again is difficult to explain. But I would get more points of finishing second or third in a lower split than finishing P9 in the top split, which definitely shouldn't be the case. So this is exactly why I think the point system needs a bit of rework, and I think this needs a little restructuring. So the best guys, so the top split, usually gets the more points, and as you go down, of course, you will get less and less points. So I think the spread of the points in the top split, and usually in splits whatsoever, it's too high. So 480 for the win, 200 for finishing P16. I know, I'm just saying, 200 is good to finish in the last place, I know that, but you're actually racing the best guys in the world. So if you're finished P10 in there, you're not 72nd in the region. You're most likely just about, let's say, P20, because we have 3 slots. So in general, I think the point structure definitely needs a little bit of work. And yeah, I don't know. It's been like this for a very long time. I don't think it's going to be changed. I don't think this is something that it's completely easy to change. I know it's a system. It requires a lot of work, a lot of technical support, and a lot of that back end that needs to be changed. So once again, guys, please let me know what do you think about the point system, and I really hope that you enjoyed in this video. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and until the next time, bye.